Hi, my name is Lynn. I'm 51 years old, though I don't like to say that out loud all the time. And I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks. And I joined Carrots and Cake back in March of 2024 because I was struggling with just a myriad of things and had done an anti-inflammatory diet, which I had lost about 20 pounds in 2022, but it all came back and even more. So in March, I had put on an additional weight and couldn't figure out why. So I had been following Tina for a while on Instagram based on recommendations from a friend and just kind of liked all of the things that she was saying and figured I needed to try something else because what I had done in my 20s and 30s and even my early 40s just wasn't working. So when I joined in March, I thought about it as a class. This is a 6-month class that meets weekly, and I'm going to learn all of these things. So that way I felt like, okay, I can kind of manage this and piece it out. The most important thing about Carrots and Cake for me was that it's data driven. You go to all these programs and they're like, here, do this, do this, do this. And you're doing the same thing as somebody else, but it's not working for you. So then you feel bad and you feel frustrated. For me, it was nice to get some of that individual attention, and that was done through the HTMA hair test. And I was a hot mess, mineral wise speaking. And that gave me some validation that, oh, things aren't working as well in your body. Week by week, having small things to start with makes it easier to tackle. And Tina's a hard sell on that if your body's not ready, you can't lose the weight. And though that's a mind shift change for a lot of women, it's actually very accurate. The reason why I'm struggling so much is because my minerals were off. I had undereaten for probably a good portion of my life in this yo-yo dieting of either restrictive calories or just eating paleo or cutting out carbs. Really worked for the short term for me, but never in the long term. So I think the important part of this is I finally got to a spot where I'm okay with the number on the scale because that's not a telltale of everything. I'm looking at more of it for health reasons and benefits. I mean, it's crazy, and this is a lot, maybe TMI, but I became more regular, which I was struggling with. My period, which had stopped, which I thought was because I'm old or older, was not the case. It was because I wasn't fueling my body, and I actually got my period back, which is crazy to even think about. I just finished up doing like a symptom checker that Tina has part of Fit and Fueled, and even just going through all the things that I clicked on in March. They're non-existent now. Like my hot flashes have decreased. I'm able to sleep better. I can make more informed food choices for myself if I'm out to eat. I don't feel shame in actually eating food, and I'm way less hungry and crankier than I was before because I'm actually fueling my body for what it needs. The community is great. Posting in questions in the community, somebody always answers, whether it's another member or one of Tina's people. I know that the price kind of sounds expensive and that you expect that you are going to lose weight, you might not be ready to do that. And that's kind of the reality of the program. Tina's very real about it. She tells you right up front that if this is a quick fix or you're looking for one, this isn't the place for you to be. But if you want to learn about your body, what women actually need to be healthy and fit, instead of what the diet industry has told us for probably most of our adult lives, this is the place to be. And while I only have a few more weeks left, I feel like it's all finally starting to click. I needed the 6 months to learn, and now I can put all of the things that she's talked about, from minerals to meal prep to macros to tracking food to strength training to mindset to mindfulness to how to work out. You don't have to kill yourself. You need to move your body, and you need to increase your muscle. And all of that makes complete sense to me. So I'm finally finishing up. I'm finishing up my year-long plan. And even though I didn't want to stay in maintenance and I wanted to cut calories right away to lose it, it's not my time yet. But that's the part of the mindfulness stuff. It's not my time yet. It will be my time soon, but it's just not yet. My body is still healing, getting used to eating correctly for the first time in many, many years, and being patient with myself. I will get there. It will happen. I just have to continue to be consistent with the strategies that Tina and Carrots and Cake have taught, and use the community when I need some extra support. So that's kind of my journey and where I'm at. And I'm looking forward to next year, when I think the person that I want to see in the mirror will finally show up.